Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Simply Colorful FiberCast. Yet again, I cannot get Google to work, and I'm sure it's operator error, but I must say I'm very frustrated. I have tried different ways of using their new non-Google Hangout software, and it stinks, to put it mildly. So, sorry for those of you who are over on YouTube at Google. Hi Marie, thanks for joining. I'm going to reboot, and hi KB, and we are going to sew up a storm and forget about YouTube for a while. Again, I can't even find the webcam, the live webcam. Anyway, that's my woe, not your woe. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to try and put this phone back further so you can see we are making bears tonight. Actually, a bear. Thank you, KB. Hopefully you can see behind me. KB made this quilt behind me. I just love it. It's the Snowball Charm quilt that we made this spring. And let's see. Hopefully I've set up this camera against my camera here that's on my PC. And now it's talking to me in the background. So let me just make sure that I turn off the volume over here so that what's behind you doesn't start squawking. Okay, and let's see, I'm gonna turn on my iPad. Well, first things first, how about this cute bear, huh? This is going to be for a 1-year-old. And it's going to be, there aren't going to be any buttons on it. It's just going to be stuffed loosely. Everything is done. It's got an open behind, ready for stuffing. And camera, what does Karen say? Camera from phone looks good, carry on. Thank you, KB. I appreciate that. Okay, so here is the bear. And this bear comes from this Simplicity pattern. It's 8155. I think some of you have shared it and used it before. And so far, so good. I'm liking it. I put a link to it on probably the YouTube description, but I'll repost the link if you're interested. What I like about it is that there are no joints, like this one that we've been making. So I finished this one. Remember we started this a few weeks ago? This one has button joints, and for a 1-year-old that wouldn't be good, and it has button eyes. So this is more just for sitting on a shelf. So what I'm hoping to do is make this romper, because it's going to be for a little boy. And I've been having, so before we went on, first off I made the bear, right? And partially made the bear. And then I was auditioning fabric. So we have the pieces. I cut out the pieces for the romper, and I have those here. And I'm not sure, so it's just going to have very simple felt eyes and a felt nose. And I'm kind of leaning toward a romper, excuse me, maybe made out of that checked. Then there is a pocket on it. Thinking of doing a red pocket, and then I could even applique on top of the pocket. This one has a giraffe. I could put something like a, I don't know, a fish or a giraffe or a car or something. Or then I have this cute one. This is so adorable. And again, it's going to be a little romper. I don't have many plaids. I have this that is the, I'm not sure I have enough of that though, but that would be cute. And then I have this one. It's kind of old for a 1-year-old, I thought. I don't know. This one was fun, but it doesn't really have the dark blue in it. But it's plaid and it's bright for a baby. That might be kind of cute. So we're going to make a decision here in a minute. And I'm interested in everyone's input, and I'm going to get my iPad so that I can read your comments this time. We can hopefully have a bit of a two-way conversation. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, here we go. I've got it right up here. Oh, need to mute it. Hi, Lacey. Hi, Linda. Blue bear is very pretty. I don't make bears, but I'm making some binding for a couple of quilts I made recently. That's wonderful, Linda. Hello, fellow FiberCasters, she says. Hi, Mom. I miss you. Maggie, hi, Maggie. I love to see your comment last week about the scrunchies and how you made those with your girls. I think that's a great idea to make them holiday focused. Aw. Okay, so if anyone has an opinion on the fabric, we have a couple of seconds while I drop the fabric. I think I'm going to, well, this one I'm going to discard. That one I'm not, although that would be cute and boy-like, but nope. I don't have enough of that one, so I'm going to discard that one. This one looks a little too old for me. This, however, is quite cute, although I don't know what he's doing. Maybe we could combine that with this and this. Is that too much? How do you guys make these decisions? Oh, and then I pulled out this, which would look very cute or different. I'm not so sure. Cute. But I think I'm liking the red and the gingham. So I'm thinking out loud, and blue and white plaid with red pocket. Thank you, Pamela. Done. Okay. So let's put him aside for a minute. And we have all of these pieces. I've never made this. Ooh, but the pocket looks easy. Cut 2 of those. Why don't we just pull that out right away? I'm sorry we started late, everyone. It's not even worth going over this YouTube thing. I just have to figure it out once and for all, and I really don't want to. And I have to say that there are a lot of people who are not liking this new beta version. They switched it. You can't get anyone. Not that I've spent a lot of time trying to find someone. My tech time this week, was spent reconfiguring my Instagram account. And if anyone wants to follow me on Instagram, I'm going to start posting from there, and I've linked to my Facebook account so that it'll go in both places. So if anyone would rather be on Instagram, follow Simply Colorful FiberCast, at Simply Colorful FiberCast, all one word. Okay, it said cut 2 pockets, we're done. How's that? See? You can tell I'm a quilter. The square was good. I could do that. Okay, shoulder strap. Cut 2. Oh, and cut 2 in interfacing. Okay, I have interfacing right around the corner. Hold that thought. I'm just getting my interfacing. When I make this bear out of minky, it's all interfaced, which takes a fair amount of time, I must say. Okay, cut 2 of these out of interfacing. I thought we'd use our little iron tonight on our... So this is Shape Flex. And Now you will see how imprecise of a sewer I am. But speaking of imprecise versus precise and having the right tools, I have a good sewing machine now, and it makes all the difference. Okay, so let's put that aside. So much to catch everyone up on. So again, Instagram was the big technological advancement this week. So hopefully now when I post there, it'll go to Facebook and possibly Twitter. And what I really have to conquer is this live streaming thing, because Google has changed how they're doing things. So for the last few weeks, I've been live streaming from Facebook, which is great. And I think maybe I'll continue that if you all like to do the chat part. And then just when I'm done, and I think Penguin and Fish does this, then when I'm done, I will just upload the resulting file onto YouTube. So that solves our problem, I think, in the short term. What I can't quite, then what I have to learn is how to schedule the events on Facebook so that you guys know when they are and what the link is. Okay, so shoulder strap. Now this is a little bit directional. All right. Ooh, and it's thin, but that's okay. Ooh, look at how much of it I have. Woohoo! Okay. I'll put salvage to salvage. Try to get straightened up. Bob and I have been home from vacation since Monday night. We almost had 2 weeks. We almost made it. We had such a nice time, full of visiting and fair things. Okay, so here's the grain is going this way. Okay, so I don't need 4 copies, I just need 2. I hope you can see that. Can you see that? Let me see who's out there. Oh, good. Facebook's fine by me. Any way you want is cool. Thank you, Gloria. Oh, hi, Sandra. Hi. I hope it was nice to see your comment. And I hope you're getting your sewing mojo back. And if you're not, I'm just so glad you're out there. That's okay, too. Hi to Cherish and your new baby, and to Sue and your girls. I'm wondering how your countdown's going. I hope it is going well. And when you actually make the plunge, we can talk. Ah. Okay, so here are the shorts front. I'm doing some rough pinning here at first. These are such small patterns that I haven't been cutting out the notch. I suppose I could, though. Okay, what are these? Bodice front and back. Cut 2. Oh, on the fold of the fabric, okay. Here's the fold of the fabric. Okay. Now we're going to go all the way down there. Cut 2. How many people put pins in their mouth? I know, I've read all the horror stories about not doing it. I guess I could try what Nancy has, is that little thingy-majiggy. Okay, so we have this. All right. Let's rough cut these out. And then I will pin the short back. It's a very short bodice because it's kind of like, it's a romper. So it's just a very small little romper piece, right? Okay. Hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo-hoo. And then we'll do our shorts back. Ah! Let's see. Okay, so where to begin? Well, the fair. Remember last week, actually last week were the fireworks, so we weren't live. They were great. They were down in Oak Bluffs, and we were there with Bob's cousins and my cousins and lots of people, and they were very good. The week before, Allie, my niece, was on making scrunchies. She cleaned up at the fair. So she put in lots of different things, from flower arrangements to a bear that she made to, what else did she put in? A mobile. She made lots of art, different handiwork. And she did great. My sister and mother got some ribbons, and the only ribbon I got was one that my sister did for me. So she really got the ribbon, and it was really cute. The category was make an arrangement using a vase not traditionally meant for flowers. So in past years, for example, people would put flowers in a beer can, or this year, like there was an egg crate that you'd have 12 eggs in. Instead, they had actually the 12 eggs, and they were little flower containers. It can be anything. It could be a boot. It could be just literally anything. So my sister found a worm box, Bob's bait box, that my mother used years ago. I don't know if she's used it lately, but I can remember in the streams in Vermont, she would have this little, it's green, Bob's bait box, and my sister put a little holder for flowers, and she filled the flowers, and she got a ribbon. That's how cool that was. There's one. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Bodice front and back. Okay. I really need to check this. We need to make sure we're making the romper. Okay. Yep, we are doing fine. Okay. Romper, even though they use these shorts in different places. Alright. So, this wasn't a very good use of fabric. This will show up in a quilt someday. Oh, that's what I've done that's been most fun this week, is I quilted 2 of your quilts. Kathy, I hope you're home. I hope you're out there. Your quilt should arrive tomorrow on your doorstep. What fun that was to do. And if you're okay with it, I have a picture that I can show everyone. And that was wonderful. And then the other one for Christina, that also is on its way. It should have arrived today, if not today, tomorrow. So, and that was so fun. That was another Simply Colorful Freedom mystery quilt. And as a reminder, anyone who has me quilt any Simply Colorful mystery quilt, I will give you the batting. So it gives you extra incentive. And I also am going to make that offer to all of our Patreon sponsors. So between now and the end of September, for all Patreon sponsors, if you have a quilt that you need quilted, send it to me and the batting is on me. And I just did that for Christina, and I want to thank you for being a FiberCaster. Okay, so there's the second one, 16. Okay. Here we're doing 2 shorts backs. So we'll do this, oops, and that went. What else? Let's see. You know that house that my husband has been working on for 2 years? He has a buyer for it. How's that for exciting news? So that's been all consuming. He's had, the final punch list that you have to do. So he's been busy on that. Before we left the vineyard, you should have seen him. So I was having fun meeting up with friends. Becky from Studio on the Hill was in Gay Head with her sister Pam. We all had a sewing day on Monday before we left, which was wonderful fun. And I've since heard from Becky. So again, this is Studio on the Hill over in Holliston. If anyone has an occasion for which they need a quilt and they want to do a quilting experience, so this is more for my local folks, check out Studio on the Hill. She will host you. You can make a quilt for someone who is getting married or for someone who's having a baby. Comfort quilt for someone who might be ill. And she really makes it a fun experience. So anyway, my point was, she and her sister and Melissa from Kansas they go to Aquina every year for a couple of weeks. They met in graduate school, Melissa and Becky did, and they make quilts. So I was there Monday. About all I was doing was working on this bear. Well, I guess I have bears on my mind. I will get back to quilting, I promise. In fact, we're going to start a new project next week. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. Anyway, I heard from Becky and Pam today. Becky has completed 4 quilts and Pam has completed 2. So I don't know about Melissa. If I know Melissa, she's probably working on one and it is precise and perfect. And she was making one from a Cafe facet pattern and all the fabrics. It had sailboats. It was lovely. Okay, I think we have all of our pieces. Hopefully I haven't. These are the backs. This is the bodice. These are the shoulder straps. Got 2 of each. I'm going to turn on my iron. Oh, I'm so glad to see people are out there. Yay. I'm so frustrated with that Google. As I say, a lot of people are, and they've taken away classic Google streaming. Terrible. And I've downloaded, I told myself I wasn't going to talk about this, but I guess by talking about it, it helps me work it out. I downloaded OBS, Open Broadcast Software, and I got as far as realizing it's kind of cool because I could have multiple streams of video going into this software and somehow mash them up maybe or decide which one to show. So eventually, what we've been talking about for years, but clearly is not something I'm interested in doing, otherwise I would have figured out. We could have a camera overhead, and we could have the forward camera. It would feed into this software, and then afterwards we could edit it, or maybe there's something I push so that it goes, the camera switches. I do not have the patience for it anymore, which I always heard people say, and I thought was crazy. I thought, oh, don't do that. Don't lose patience. You can do anything. Okay, I guess maybe before I just go winging it, why don't I read the directions? Does that sound good? Okay, so again, for anyone who may have just jumped on, welcome. This is another live FiberCast, doing it through Facebook. We're making a romper for our bear. And the key here is we're not going to use any buttons or anything. This is for a 1-year-old, so we want it to be friendly to mouths. So we're making the romper, and first off, apply the fusible interfacing. That's what I was going to do to each of the shoulder straps. Then fold the strap in half, lengthwise with right sides together, stitch, leaving end with dots open. Oh, and the dots are on this part. Let me get my mat. Hold that thought. I have my pressing mat for my interfacing. So what have you all been doing this week? Post pictures on the Simply Colorful Mystery Quilt-Along. Or post them here in the comments. There's the interfacing. Okay. So now it says, fold strap in half with right sides together. So there, so the interfacing is what's showing. Oh, I have to change my thread. We can do this. Once we leave that technology in the rear view mirror, it's all fun. So I'm taking the strap, I'm just pinning it in a couple of places. And then I need to change my thread. Let me move you over a little bit so you can see me using. Hi, Sewing Kathy! If you just joined me, just know that your quilt will arrive by tomorrow, according to the U.S. Post Office. It was such a pleasure to do. You all do beautiful work. And it was so helpful, Kathy, that you labeled the top of the back and the top of the front. That was just extra insurance that I got it oriented right. So thank you for that. Okay. So, fold strap in half with right sides together, stitch, leaving end with dots open. Turn straps right side out and press. Oh, duh. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. So I was using very dark thread for the body. And now we will go with white. By the time I see you again next week, I will have gone down to Blaine's sewing studio down in Cranston. I'm going down there Thursday night for training on my new machine. Okay, and I have this much white Aurifil left, which is not much, but let's see if we can at least use it till the end, and then we will figure out what next. Okay. I could pull that out. Okay. Hold it taut. Two-handed threading is a must on this machine too. Okay. All right. So we'll put this back on. Okay. Now we're going to sew this way and this way. And we've got to set it too. You have me sewing too. Okay, there's one. Okay. There's two. Now, if this show were really produced, this is something I would have done ahead of time. You know how turning these things can, either they go right away or they take a while. But actually it's not too bad. Compared to like digits of a doll, this is nothing. Hi to Norma and Marquet. Hope you're maybe getting back into sewing a little bit. Oh, and hi to Chris and Deb, who were down at Quilt Stock 2019. I hear it was really good. I tell you, lots of good places to go between Missouri Star and Quilt Stock down in Dallas in August. Doesn't that sound delightful? It's kind of like being somewhere when it's snowing. You can't, I mean, when it's so hot, you can't go out, so you don't feel guilty for sewing. That's going to be really cute on our little bear. And it's okay if they're not, the corners aren't perfect. Now we'll do this one. And then it says, on the outside, base straps to the upper edge of the bodice back. Okay, we can do that. So the bodice back, I'm surprised we don't do interfacing on the bodice. I guess I always could, but I'm not going to. So there's the bodice back. Oh, one of these is the facing. How fun is this? Also, if anyone is in the, I don't know, Massachusetts area, New England area, if you're near Lowell, all of the quilt guilds were offered the opportunity to place a representative quilt in a show for the last month. And the Marathon Quilters, the quilt group I'm part of, Lima Whitty's beautiful, one of her beautiful abstract quilts is there. And basically it's vying for a spot for another show where all of us could go and show a quilt. So if anyone is in Lowell, go check out that exhibit and you get to vote. And there are some stunning quilts. Like the other one I'm familiar with is from the Boston Modern Quilt Guild. And I forget what they called it, jeweled something. That one is stunning too. And again, so all the guilds have put sort of their best foot forward. And we have some great quilters in our guild. And Lima is amongst them, and her work is amazing. So anyway, everyone is vying for the opportunity to show their quilts. Separate from that, another update is our raffle quilt is done for the Marathon Quilters, the next raffle quilt. Colleen had it photographed by the Hopkinton Cultural Arts, and we got the file yesterday, and now we're making plans to basically take it on the road and sell raffle tickets for a maker scholarship in this area, in the Metro West, Hopkinton, Holliston, Ashland, Framingham, Upton. Okay, there are the two straps. And the drawing, I can't believe, won't be until September 13th of 2020. How are we even talking 2020? So the one piece of pattern that I need, can't seem to find. Oh, here it is. I need it because it has dots on it that tells me where to place. Hi, Dawn. Woohoo! How are you? I can see that you're there. Okay, let's get our instructions again. Okay. Matching small and large dots. Okay, we can do that. Oh, we've had so much overgrowth around here this year with all the rain. We had the town hired a tree company to come along our street all week. I just heard a clatter outside and I thought of it. And they came and they trimmed the trees all along the road. Maybe at 10 feet they cut them off. And then there was the electric pole. The electric wire. So it's not the prettiest look, I must admit. I don't know how else you could do it, but... So here we go. I've put the two straps, and I'm really making this blindly for the first time, so bear with me. Okay, now we take the right sides together of the facing, and we sew with right sides together. Stitch bodice facing to bodice upper edge. I haven't even read ahead, so, and if it's even, I'm going to go over because I want to finish this. So if anyone wants to hang out, great. If not, I will see you next week on Facebook. We're going to switch over to Facebook. I'm not very happy with Google right now. Take that. Take that, big brother. There go my search results. Ha! Okay. I love my little stiletto. Now turn facing to inside, pressing straps out, machine-based raw edges together. Okay, we can do that. Let me just make sure I have a good seam here. Okay, I'm going to do a second seam. I had a little jig where I should have jagged. I'm going to clip this in a few places. It's a pretty mild curve. Okay. And now... Oh! Oh, no, I did it okay. How many of you thought I made the mistake? Anyway, wasn't it nice to see Allie 2 weeks ago? She's a breath of fresh air. Thank you all for welcoming her. We have to get Reed on, Reedy. We had Violet on a few years ago. We need to get her back. She's going to be a senior in high school, looking at colleges. And of course, Ray. Everyone asks for Cousin Ray. Okay. So, giving this a good press. This is not ideal. Wonder if Julia Child had these technical issues. I bet she didn't. I bet she was just the talent. She just showed up. I hope that made you laugh. Okay, so this must go around the bear somehow. Okay, now it says to baste the raw edges. I guess I should, therefore, waist. Let's go up to 3.7. I don't think I'm going to be wanting to gather this, but I think we'll gather the shorts part. This is just like basting to keep things in place. Okay. There's that. Thank you all for being there. Stitch center front seams of shorts and clip the curves. Okay. Oh. And stitch the pocket right sides together on 3 sides. So let's move this back down to 2. Okay. Now, which is which here? Stitch center front seam of shorts front. Okay, here is the shorts front. So I'm going to go down like that. Here's my pocket. Didn't do far enough. I only did 3 sides of the pocket. Pretty funny. Okay, this we want to clip. Okay. Let's at least give this a nice press. Okay. And then here is the pocket. Let's trim the corners. And then it says we're going to put this pocket, turn the pocket right side out and press it. Pin the pocket to the right shorts front. Oh, I like these colors. Okay, I'm going to iron the whole thing. Aren't we lucky to have something we like to do like this? That's going to be a cute pocket. Okay, let's see if it tells us on here. Shorts front. No, it doesn't show us where to put the pocket, but on here it does. And I really don't think we can go wrong. There we go. We'll line it up. top stitch it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, so I should tell you a little bit about next week. We're going to start to make an improv t-shirt quilt. So if anyone would like to make one with me, this isn't going to be like your grandmother's t-shirt quilt, or I don't know. If you want to make one with me, find, I'd say, at least nine t-shirts that you're willing to cut up that have some meaning to you or someone in your family. I was thinking these t-shirt quilts would be great retirement gifts. So if you know someone who has retired or is about to retire, grab 9 of their t-shirts, and then together next week we will start what I'm calling improvisational t-shirt quilt making. And you can probably guess where I'm going with that. There we go. We're going to add some pretty colors. So get 9 t-shirts. Next week all we'll do is cut them up. And if you have interfacing, pull that out or get some 905 or any interfacing really. Shape flex I like, but whatever you have on hand, get that, and next week we will start cutting out the t-shirts. Then it gets fun. Okay, so there is our pocket on the front. Okay, stitch center back seam of shorts to the large dot. Back stitch to reinforce the seam, clip the curves. Okay. Did I drop that other piece? Here's the front. Oh, no. Here's that. Here's the back. Okay. Now let's look where the dot is. Okay, so there's the dot. Easy peasy. Line them up. Sew the seam. Okay, that's good. Clip them. Now what I want to do is put the front and the back side seams together. And then we are going to gather the heck out of it. Do the other one. There. Okay. Gather the upper edge. Oh, stitch the crotch seam. Okay, let's figure that out next. making a teddy bear romper. Cracks me up. Thank you to those of you who might still be out there watching. Keep on sewing. FiberCast was envisioned or started 6 years ago. It'll be, it'll be 7 years this January 1st. Just as a way for all of us to get together and sew. Or just to unwind at the end of a week of work or whatever. There's no real training, there's no real nothing. It's just a way for us to know that we're not in this game of life all by ourselves. Okay, there's that. So now what we need to do is I'm going to iron up things up. Iron pant legs. Oh, you know what I just thought of? If Sue's still out there, I wonder how we're going to get our Dear Janes finished. I cannot believe next year is 2020. That's our deadline. You're going to be done. Which is great. I want you to finish. One. I don't even know what time it is, to tell you the truth. I'm just going to keep going. Almost ready to show you the romper. Okay. Okay. We can come back and do those. Let's gather. So now I'm going up to 5. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh. This is going to be the cutest little romper. Okay. Lift that up. Oops. Lift that up. Now we can pull those. Let's do 2 of these. Oh no, this is a little bear romper. We can just do it with 1. If it breaks, we'll do it again. Famous last words. Okay. So now, what view are we? View B. For view B, with right sides together, pin the shorts to the bodice, matching the centers and notches. Place side seam at small dot. Okay. This is where having the notches would be helpful, but it's okay. This is going to be so cute. Okay. So, I'm going to put a pin where that small dot is. On either side. This is where having the notches and the dot would really help, but what did it say? Place side seam at the small dot. Okay, that's cool. So we're going to go like this. Like this. Like that. Side seam. I hope by now everyone has fallen asleep. And they've put their timer on there so that you're just sleeping. I promise I will be done soon. Okay, now we have to turn it on the other side. I'm sorry, everyone. I pinned it on the wrong side. I want to see where my gathers are so that I don't get it puckered up. Okay, we're getting there. I love a good stiletto. Getting there. Go. I like how this bear's romper has a lot of fullness in its behind. So this pattern has the bear, you can actually make it sit. See how it has a big behind? So it can sit like that. Okay. So, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, our romper. I think we're gonna stop there. Let's put this baby on and see. I know it's not completely done on all fronts, but at least you can see, we can imagine what it will look like. And I will post this when it's all done. Cute or what? And then the romper will go over like this, and I'll do something like a red piece of felt to simulate a red button. But like I say, we're not going to use any buttons or anything that a baby can pull off. I'm so happy that everyone is there. Thank you for watching. There is almost a completed bear with a romper. Try something new this weekend. Thank you for putting up with all this technical difficulty. I'm so glad you're out there. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll see you here on FiberCast next Friday night at 8 p.m. Bye, everyone. Oh, that's quite funny. I was using my mouse to turn off Facebook Live on my phone. Woo! Yay! Bye, everyone.